let's discuss about Coulomb's law in magnetism. Let us say there are two poles M1 and M2 separated by a distance r. M1 can belong to one magnet, M2 can belong to another magnet. You know, in magnet the M value is same, equal and opposite. So we are talking about two different poles. So they will experience either a force of attraction or repulsion. So if it is both are north, then it will be a repulsion, and if it is south-north, it will be attraction. Opposite poles attraction, like poles repulsion. It is observed that this force is directly proportional to the product of the pole strength and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. That is why it is called inverse square law. That means if you increase this distance, the force reduces. That means this force is proportional to m1 m2 by r square. Definitely this force has to be equal to some constant into m1 m2 by r square. We call this constant k as mu naught by 4 pi. What is mu naught? It is permeability in free space. Suppose some other medium is there, then instead of mu naught you should write mu. Okay, this mu naught value is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 Henry per meter. If some other medium is there apart from air, it is permeability in free space means you are taking air. Suppose you are taking some other medium, let us say water or oil or anything. So you should know the value of relative permeability. This mu is equal to mu 0 into mu r. What is mu r? Mu r is called relative permeability in that of that particular medium. So the relative permeability mu r is defined as mu divided by mu 0. Alright. So in this formula you should put mu instead of mu 0 if you are dealing with some other medium. This relative permeability is a dimensionless constant. It's a dimensionless thing because basically it is a ratio of two permeabilities. And you should remember that for air mu r value is 1. Okay. Now if you see this equation, if I put I assume that m1 m2 is equal to 1 and r also 1 meter, I get F is equal to 10 power minus 7 newtons. What is the meaning of this? Suppose there are two poles, okay, they are separated by a distance of 1 meter, and the force of attraction or repulsion between them is exactly equal to 10 power minus 7 newtons. You can say the pole strength is 1. So this pole strength value, it is measured, what is the unit of m? It is one way of expressing it is Weber, another way of expressing it is, we have discussed. What is the pole strength? In the previous video I have told you, it is m divided by 12. M is expressed in ampere meter square and L is in meter, so it is ampere meter. One unit is ampere meter. This is the SI unit. You can see here, this is the SI unit for pole strength. Another unit is Weber, WB. Okay, so how do I decide that the pole strength is 1? By following this explanation that they should experience a force of 10 power minus 7 newtons. So the situation is like this. Suppose you keep two magnets in a horizontal position such that their north poles are facing each other. So I am talking about this is a left magnet and this is my right magnet. I am talking about the forces on the left magnet now. This north pole will experience a repulsion because of the north pole of the right magnet. Okay, that will be in this direction. This south pole will experience an attraction towards this north pole. Let us say the first one is F1 and the second one is F2. Which is more stronger? F1 is more stronger. Why? Because the distance of separation, let us say it is R1 and R2. This R1 is very small compared with R2. So if the R1 is very very small, the force will be very high. So the magnet tends to move away. Suppose you take two magnets in a vertical position, north-south alignment as shown in the figure. Here what happens? The second magnet, I will call this as second magnet, this is as first magnet. Observe how the north pole experiences a force because of this magnet. North there will be a repulsion, so it will experience a force F1 in this direction. South of first, it will experience what? It will experience a attraction, so this force F2 will be in this direction. So what is the resultant of these two is Fr. This Fr can be obtained by vector addition. We talk about magnetic forces and all that when the distance is not very high. You should have some comparable distance. You just cannot put magnets with very large distances, then this magnetic force doesn't exist at all. So comparable distances only we talk about Coulomb's force, otherwise it doesn't play a major role. Okay.